Good afternoon, friends. So it's finally happening. New stimulus checks will be arriving this November for many Americans. You may be eligible to claim a new inflation relief payment that is worth up to $2,000 from your city or state. Friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to find out if you meet the eligibility requirements to receive a fourth stimulus check. Also, I will be giving away 4 $75 Walmart gift cards every week. Please, friends, make sure you enter these giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. During the months of November and December, I will also surprise several of you with $200 gift cards to say thank you, friends, for being part of this community. This year, many states have announced stimulus checks for their residents in order to combat inflation and increase prices. Most of these payments will be sent to those who filed tax returns in 2020 or 2021. But different states have different requirements for eligibility. This extra cash could help you pay for Thanksgiving dinner or save for gifts as the holidays approach. So friends, it's important to know if you qualify. Plus, if you have not filed your tax return, you could still be missing out on a $1,400 stimulus check if you don't do so by November 17, 2022. So friends, here are the states with stimulus checks that are being sent in November. In California, stimulus checks have been going out in phases since early October, with more slated to arrive before Thanksgiving. The second phase of payments was sent to those who received the Golden State stimulus as a debit card. Most of these checks should arrive by November 14th. Colorado residents who are at least 18 years of age and who filed a 2021 Colorado tax return are eligible to receive an inflation relief check of $750 or $1,500 for a married couple. While most checks were received by September 30th, friends, if you haven't received an extension on your 2021 tax return and did file by October 17, 2022, then you can expect to receive your payment sometime by January 31st, 2023. The state of Idaho also announced $500 million in income tax rebates for full-time residents and filed taxes for 2020 and 2021. Individual filers will receive $300 and joint filers will receive $600. Residents will need to file 2020 and 2021 individual income tax returns by December 31st, 2022 to be eligible. The payments began to be processed in late September, with funds being sent via direct deposit, then followed by mailed checks shortly after. The payments will be processed throughout 2022 and early 2023. So friends, yours could be arriving this month if you are an Idaho resident. Earlier this year, the state of Maine began sending out inflation relief checks of $850. To qualify, you had until October 31st to file a tax return. Payments initially began being sent out in June, but will continue to be sent out to eligible recipients who filed their tax return as they come in. So dear friends, please comment below if you think that all U.S. states should be providing their residents with some form of stimulus check. Friends, the keyword for this video is Mount Harvard. If you would like to enter the next Walmart gift card giveaway, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below this keyword, which is Mount Harvard, and additional keywords of any video of mine that you watch. And do make sure, friends, that you are subscribed to my channel. Rising prices are the #1 concern for voters in this year's midterm elections. The election comes as consumer prices are climbing at near the fastest pace in 4 decades. Annual inflation in September was 8.2%. That is down only slightly from the 9% rate in June, which was the highest since 1981. The Consumer Price Index for October is set to be released this past Thursday. The surge in prices has fueled anxiety among millions of Americans who are paying a lot more for gasoline, groceries, energy, and other necessities. Inflation was of little concern when President Biden first took office. Although the crisis has triggered isolated price increases for things like lumber, the overall cost of living was climbing at less than 2% per year. The incoming administration was more concerned about jobs, fearing a repeat of the sluggish recovery that followed the global financial crisis. The unemployment rate in January of last year was 6.4%, down from nearly 15% in the early months of the crisis. Congressional Democrats did quickly pass a $1.9 trillion economic relief bill, which included direct payments of $1,400 to most adults, along with expanded unemployment benefits and a new child tax credit. As economic stimulus, it was a great success. Employers have added more than 10 million jobs since Biden took office. But Republicans blamed the aggressive relief bill, which passed with no GOP support, for fueling inflation. So friends, what are your thoughts on this? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Well, my amazing and beautiful friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me here as I post a new video. I truly appreciate every single one of you who are watching my videos. Thank you, my friends, and have a wonderful and blessed day.
Last week, a few of my Republican colleagues introduced their counterproposal to President Biden's American Jobs Plan. The senior senator from Mississippi called the proposal, quote, a good faith effort. He wishes to engage with Democrats on an issue that touches every community in America on a subject we all know, infrastructure. I think I speak for the entire Democratic caucus in welcoming this effort from our friends across the aisle. As I mentioned earlier, when it came to the American Rescue Plan for vaccines and vaccinations and cash support for families and help for small businesses and schools, not a single Republican would join us. It's time for us to come together and work on a bipartisan basis. Maybe this is a start. After all, infrastructure is what should unite us. Whether you live in Laurel, Mississippi, or Lakeview section of Chicago, our roads, bridges, our fiber optic networks keep us connected and keep us moving. And as we emerge from this pandemic, it's clear that Americans are ready to get to work, building a stronger country, a healthier country, and a more prosperous country. Sadly, though, the proposal from our Republican friends really fails to meet the once-in-a-generation opportunity test to transform America and make America a winner in the 21st century. At a time when millions of Americans lack access to reliable, efficient transportation, and millions more lack access to reliable, high-speed internet, we can't settle for just repaving old roads or filling potholes. We need to invest in this nation's future, put people back to work building a sustainable economic foundation for our children and grandchildren to grow and thrive. We need an infrastructure plan that is a blueprint for the world of tomorrow, not just a patchwork quilt focused on yesterday. And the way I see it, we're on the cusp of a world where America owns the clean energy economy, and exports our union-made electric trucks and cars across the globe, where workers can get to work easily by bus, train, or bike, and working parents don't have to worry about finding a safe and affordable place to leave their kids when they're working. A world where rather than reading about the Mesozoic era in an outdated textbook, a child can throw on a virtual reality headset in the home or classroom and watch in awe as a T-Rex swings its massive tail over their head.